It's that time again. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Celebrity Catwalk. Well, unless you've been under a rock, you are familiar with mobile apps. You may not know that there are millions of unique apps out there, which equals billions of downloads. But what if you could create a mobile app that reduced body shaming and sexual violence? Well, Amy Gallen did just that. Thank you for joining us, Amy.
Thank you for having me, Danielle.
Thank you. So what led you to create an app?
So I was working in corporate responsibility and I was flirting with a guy on my phone and I wanted to give him the finger. There wasn't one.
The finger?
Yeah. And so there wasn't one, and so I started looking online for a finger. And then I started looking, there wasn't one of those either, so I was looking at like adult emojis, flirty emojis, and everything that I found at the time was based on like these blow-up smiley faces with the blow-up doll lips, and they were really sort of a bit crass and borderline misogynistic. And my background is art history and women's studies, so I just we can do better,
We can.
Started a big shift, and I started working on them.
How computer savvy do you have to be in order to create an app? Like, what are the basic skills that someone needs to have?
The basic skills that you need to have to create an app are really the basic skills that you need to create anything, where you just need to be able to communicate well what your ideas are and what you want with other people, because no matter what it is that you're doing, you're not going to know how to do all of it. So to make an app, it's about knowing what you want to do, knowing how your idea is different from what's already out there, having a vision of how the app would work, and being able to you write them up in wireframe, so it's just drawing of what's on each screen of the app, and then being able to share that with developers and communicate enough of how you want it to do so that they can build it. But if you were a developer, you would do that part, and you would need help with figuring out the product design or something like that. So any person who goes to start anything, in particular an app, has the areas in it where they have skills, and then they just need to be able to communicate with other people.
Okay, so if I tell a developer, I want a cube of ice, and then he would say, okay, what kind of cube of ice, how large it, how do you work out the dimensions or the colors, or how does that?
And well, the developer would more ask, what do you want that ice to do?
Okay.
If we touch that ice, is it going to melt, or is it going to vibrate your phone so that you think you got a shock? That's what the developer needs to know how to do, whereas the designer would need to know how big, what color, that kind of thing. Do you want it to be moving? Do you want it to be one face? Do you want it to be melting?
How long does it take to create an app?
It depends on the app. So the amount of time that it takes is completely dependent on how complex the technology is that they have to build.
Which was more complex? You have two apps now. You have Plume and Flirty QWERTY.
Yes.
Which one took longer?
Plume is much more complicated because Plume is a private messaging app, so it works pretty much like WhatsApp, but it has privacy features. So let's say you have kids, like younger kids, let's say like 4 to 10, they don't have their own phone yet, and they're always picking up their parents' phones and looking for things. Right. So Plume has a password so that your kids can't read your text to either your partner or your friends, and it keeps your photos out of your camera roll, so you never have one of those moments if somebody sees your photos. Color coded so you don't send it to the wrong people, and lots of emojis, sort of flirty emojis and stickers in there. And so that was a lot of complicated coding, and the security features and all of that, whereas Flirty QWERTY was much less complicated because Flirty QWERTY is a emoji app. So it works kind of like Bitmoji, where the images will come up in a keyboard on your phone, and then you can send that from any app that you're in your phone.
Very cool. Are people really meeting and dating through mobile apps?
Yeah.
Really?
And just as I was getting here, the woman who blew my hair out for me, because I'm not very good at that, she actually met her current boyfriend on Tinder.
Really? So it actually does work.
It does work. It's not just for hookups, it does work for people.
So tell me about the security issues. I know you touched on it with in comparison to WhatsApp. So how safe and secure do I know that, let's say I text someone a compromising picture, but I only want him to see it. How do I know that it stays secure?
Okay, so I can't speak to the sort of differences in WhatsApp securities versus our security. I can just tell you what we have. So for us, there's two things. when you send a message to somebody else, when you write it and you hit send, it gets encrypted. That encrypted message goes to our server where it stays encrypted and sends sort of like, if you think of it as a key, to the recipient. And when the recipient opens the app, it basically sends the key back and says, send this to me. So it gets sent encrypted to that person's phone where they can read it, and it gets deleted from our server. So we don't have a bunch of, people getting, nasty with each other sitting on our server that somebody can like hack into or whatever. So we don't have that. And then in terms of the photos, if you take or receive a photo in Plume, the image doesn't go into the camera roll of your phone, so it goes into a separate thing in the app. So that you can't have like an oops moment there. So anything you take or that you receive stays in there. And you can also, if for example you're like wearing something really hot and you take a picture of yourself in your regular camera, you can then import it to Plume and keep it there so it's safe and delete it from the other.
I love it.
Thanks.
I have a confession. I actually downloaded Plume and Flirty Quirty.
So that's not a confession, that's a thank you.
I love it already. There's so many different types of stickers, what you call them. There's a box of chocolates, there's an ice cube, there's massaging the feet, which I thought was so cute. What's your favorite sticker?
That's a hard question, and I do get asked that a lot.
Okay, top 3.
What I can tell you is the ones that I send the most. There's a hands.
Oh yes,
heart,
I love you.
I send that one a lot. I send the peace sign in the heart to people like peace and love, and I mean obviously the middle finger gets used a lot. And in Flirty Quirty we have memes as well as images, so some of those are funny, but I don't think I can say them.
Okay. Are there any other mobile app ideas that you might think about?
For me, right now both of the apps are new. So what I spend most of my time thinking about is what we can do next, what we can build on them, how we can make them grow, what kinds of cool features, stuff like that. I love them how they are, but how do we make them sort of more exciting?
Okay.
That's where I am on that.
All right. Thank you, Amy, for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
To learn more, go to www.ntwc.info. We are back with the Ask the Vet segment, and with us is Dr. Michelle Borgelli from West Chelsea Vet. Thank you for being here, Dr. Michelle.
Sure, glad to be here.
With the holidays upon us, is there something you see more often than not?
Absolutely. We definitely see a lot of animals that are getting a lot of table scraps. Every owner wants to spoil their pet, so they'll give them some turkey or some ham, but sometimes they'll overdo it. So we'll see a lot of gastrointestinal issues, vomiting, diarrhea, pancreatitis, which is just from eating a lot of fatty foods, which can be pretty severe. So a lot of that. The other thing we see a lot of is cats love to eat string and ribbon. So when presents are around, there's a lot of ribbon and tinsel on the trees. So they eat that, which again is very, very serious. Those are the main ones I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
The holidays and cold weather go hand in hand. If you had to share your biggest winter pet tip, what would it be?
I would say when it's snowing outside, they put a lot of salt on the sidewalks, and dogs, their paws can get really irritated. They can blister, dry out, and they can also lick them a lot, which again can cause gastrointestinal issues. So either put booties on your pet, or when they come in from their walks, make sure you clean their paws really well.
Can pets actually catch cold?
They can catch colds, yeah, but not from just going outside in the cold weather. It's more of like they would have to get it from another animal that's infected, that sneezes, and that's how they catch it, but not from going out in the cold weather. They can't.
You probably treat mostly cats and dogs at West Chelsea, right?
Yeah.
So what other type of animals have you treated maybe in veterinary school?
Yeah.
Maybe you had a moment from Dr. Pohl and that was you. What was that moment like?
Yeah, I treated at one time a giraffe that had a broken jaw, which was probably the coolest animal I've treated. And I was at Kansas State doing my clinical year, so lots of farm animals, lots of cows and llamas and goats and sheep. So some pretty cool animals.
Do you have any pets?
I do. I have a little Havanese, a little dog. Just got her about a year ago. A client found her in the Bronx and brought her in and couldn't keep her, and no one claimed her after a couple weeks, so I decided to keep her.
Are you
Yeah.
sweet?
She's the
We
best.
need people like this at Celebrity Catwalk. Thank you for your time, Dr. Michelle.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Until next time, check us out on celebritycatwalk.com. Bye.
Welcome back to Celebrity Catwalk. I'm Stephanie Matera, and I love to bring you the latest in beauty and fashion finds. So, a lot of people don't think about animals when they're buying beauty products, right? It doesn't come to mind. You don't think about bunny rabbits or guinea pigs or adorable little mice that are actually being used to test the products that you use every day. But the beautiful part is that you have the power as a consumer to make more responsible choices when shopping. So I wanted to share some of my favorite products that I use at home on myself, and also right here I have some pet products that I use on my 3 rescue dogs. So let's get started. Alba Botanica is one of my favorite brands. You can buy them in pharmacies, supermarkets. They're carried at major retail stores. And everything they have is about $15 or less. So it's a really great value. What I'm holding here is my hibiscus toner. I use that after washing my face. So I cleanse my face and then I use a toner to balance out the oil. They also have wonderful shampoos and conditioners. This is for volume. It's made with mango. And again, this is all cruelty-free. Something else that's important is for circles under the eyes. We all get those when we're a little sleep deprived and we're busy. So this is called a quick fix, and you can help your under eye circles be diminished. And also, we all know once in a while we get a pimple that's kind of unseemly and it shows and it's red and raised, and this is actually a quick fix to help reduce the size of your pimple quickly. And again, that's from Alba Botanica. Another item I love to have in my bag is facial wipes. This is pineapple, and it has enzymes in it that help clear the skin. I like to use this if I say I have to work all day and then I have an event after work. It's a great way to do a quick cleansing of my face before reapplying my makeup. And they're good to use at night as well. And they even have a smaller travel size, which is really cool. Another brand that I love is Moroccan Oil. They also don't test on animals. And they have a wonderful hand cream. I also use some of their hair products. So this is Moroccan Oil for your hair. You just need a dime-sized drop of this, and it helps get rid of frizz and smooth down your hair. And a little goes a long way. That little bottle will last me 3 to 4 months. And then this is Mousse Volume Lifter. So I use it at my roots so I can have a little bit of lift when I blow my hair out. And again, you can get these in pharmacies, so it's really affordable, easy to find. And another brand a lot of people don't know about is Nuance. It's by Salma Hayek. She actually has makeup too, but today I'm just featuring one of her hair care products. And this is a mousse that I use in my hair too. So I use it to texturize my hair if I want a little bit of body. If I'm setting my hair, I use this mousse. And I use the Moroccan Oil for my roots. This is a wonderful root lifter. We can't forget our furry friends, right? Because even our dogs have to have good hair or fur. So Burt's Bees is a wonderful brand. They have this great conditioner and shampoo. This is oatmeal based, which is really good for dogs that tend to have itchy skin or dry skin. It soothes and calms the skin. And this is a hypoallergenic shampoo from Burt's Bees. They make a lot of great products for people and pets, but I thought I'd bring some of their pet products in. I'm a huge fan of Paul Mitchell pet products. So John Paul Pets is the name of this brand, and it's oatmeal shampoo again, because it's really important to use oatmeal on a dog's skin to alleviate dryness. And this is a detangling spray. I have 2 rescued Japanese chins, Kiko and Romeo, and they have really beautiful long, it's almost human-like hair. And this is great to help after they've been bathed. I spray them with this and it helps me blow out and pull the tangles out with a comb. Couple of more items to show you is by Alba Botanica. They have this great body lotion, and this is a Shea Moisture, different brand, body wash. And it's important to get that moisture going in the shower and kind of get your skin feeling really soft and glowy. And then you can follow up with a lotion. But we also want to use hydrating shower gels as well. And then I brought 2 soaps with me as well, the South of France brand and the Honey Cat. These are cruelty-free soaps. And it's really hard to find cruelty-free soaps for most people. They go with the generic brands out there. But I've bought these in drugstores as well, and pharmacies. So before I conclude this segment, I just wanted to share some of my products with you, my favorite finds. So there's 2 ways that you can help animals. One is by being a smart consumer and buying products that are cruelty-free. And the other way is by visiting the Humane Society of the United States website. They are working with Congress and the Senate of the United States to help pass the Humane Cosmetics Act. And you can write to your state senator or congressperson, and they will hopefully support this very important legislation. If you want to know how to learn whether a product is cruelty-free, you can download the leapingbunny.org app right onto your mobile phone, which I have. They have a barcode scanner, which allows you to actually scan products, and it'll tell you if they're cruelty-free. Additionally, you can search by product category or the name of the company on their website or inside the app. And leapingbunny.org certifies that all finished products have not been tested on animals at any point in the process. From the raw ingredients to the finished product, you can be assured that the product is cruelty-free. I hope you found this segment enlightening and that you'll go out and try some of these great products that I use at home on myself as well as my pets. So I'll catch you next time on Celebrity Catwalk. Welcome back to Celebrity Catwalk. I'm Stephanie Matera, and today I have with me a very special guest named Dana Humphrey. She's also known as the Pet Lady. Thank you for being here, Dana. And today she's going to share with us some amazing finds, all under $25 for that pet lover on your holiday list.
Yeah, thanks, Stephanie. Great to be here.
Thanks for coming.
Can share some awesome stocking stuffers for people and their pets.
I know. And the first one we're going to start with over here on the left is Lost Creek Boutique. These are fabulous. This is actually a garment bag. And for all the pet lovers out there, you can actually put your doggies' winter sweaters in here and their little dresses and when you're on the go or traveling. And I even stuffed one with a pair of my shoes because for all of us city girls, we wear our flats, right, as we are walking over to where we have to go, and then we pop on our heels. So these are great. These make great gifts, and they help you stay organized while traveling.
Those are very cute.
Aren't they cute?
And they're great for any gowns if you're going to any holiday parties with your dogs.
Right, exactly.
To store the bats, store the gowns.
And they can be found on Etsy, Lost Creek Boutique on Etsy, or you can look at her Facebook page. So what else do we have?
Well, something that's a great stocking stuffer is this movie called Susie's Hope.
Okay.
It's a really inspirational story. It's actually about the story of a pit bull puppy who was burned alive and her journey to recovery. And it actually led to a law called Susie's Law passing to end animal cruelty in the state of North Carolina. So they're on a mission to take it nationwide, and 1% of the sales of the movie benefit Susie's Hope, which is the foundation.
Yeah.
And the movie is just an amazing story. It's great for any animal lover, and I super recommend it. And that can be found at susieshope.com.
That's great, but get your tissues because it sounds like it's going to be a tearjerker, but it ends happy, so that's good, right?
It is a tearjerker, yes. Keep those tissues handy.
Yeah.
But it's a really inspirational story.
Great, thanks for sharing that. And that retails for about?
This is actually going to be in Walmart nationwide in January for about $10.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
perfect.
so
You heard it here at
too.
Celebrity Catwalk.
Yep, exactly. And another one that's my favorite, this is a new company called Peace, Love, Paws.
Okay.
And they also have a charitable angle called Peace, Love, Cause.
Aww.
And the woman who designed it, her name's Alyssa Gander, and there's t-shirts, there's cute totes, all with inspirational, happy messages about people and pets.
Yeah.
This is great if you don't necessarily know, maybe you're going to a party and you want to get the hostess a gift and you don't know necessarily what kind of dog they have or what to get them or if they have food allergies. So you can always get them a little doggy ornament. This one's cute. It says dog is peace.
Oh my gosh. And dog is love, which I agree with 100%. That's adorable.
And also the magnets. The magnets are a great stocking stuffer. You know, those retail for about $5.
Yeah.
You know, just fun messages about peace, love, pause. And the different messages on the t-shirts. Dog is love, of course, and some other fun, whimsical patterns.
I love that. And you were saying, Dana, that every month they select a different charity. So this is the gift that gives back. So you're giving a gift, and then your gift is also giving back. So to me, that's money well spent. And they're really thoughtful. And I love the messages. It's all very positive.
They're based in Wisconsin, but they're available nationwide.
Okay.
And you can actually visit their website, peacelovepauseco.com, and you can nominate a shelter of your choice to possibly be considered for a future Peace Love cause.
Oh, that's incredible.
So that's something to keep in mind as well.
And then over here, this is for the doggies in our lives. These are amazing because we all know during the holidays that our pets are with us, right? They're begging for food at the table. And while we want to give them, you know, the treats and stuff at the table or human food, we really want to minimize that because they can get sick if they eat too much, especially if they eat bones.
Yep.
But not smart bones. These are safe.
Exactly. I always say no bones about it. You know, try to encourage Aunt Sally not to give your dog any table scraps. Encourage those good behavior manners. But the Smart Bones is awesome. It's made of 99% digestible products, chicken, vegetables. This one's a sweet potato, which is a fun flavor for the holidays.
Yeah, exactly.
And dogs love them. And it actually has all the benefits of a bone where they can chew on it. It's good for their teeth. It's good for their digestive process. But again, it's 100% digestible, so they're not going to have any
no
emergency
emergency vet visits, which happen during the holidays.
And no choking or anything like that, which happens with rawhide.
Yeah, rawhide poses that danger, but not with Smart Bones.
And that's a great stocking stuffer. There's all different sizes and price ranges. You know, again, all under $25, which you can just pop in your dog's stocking and you're all set. They also have this new flavor, the Butcher's Block, which is quite yummy for your dog as well.
Oh, that's great. Well, Dana, thank you so much for coming here. Check out The Pet Lady. Share our social media sites.
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at PetLadyWorld or on our website at www.thepetlady.net. That's
great. So check out Dana. She's the it girl in the pet world. She will keep you on track with all the products out there that you need this season. So from Celebrity Catwalk, we hope you get ready for the holidays, and we've helped you find some great gifts. Welcome back to Celebrity Catwalk. I'm Stephanie Matera, and I have Dr. Taylor Truitt here with me today. She's the founder of the Vet Set. We all know our pets travel. They need to be seen whether they're on the go in a hotel or if we want a vet to come see them in our apartment here in Manhattan or Brooklyn. If you need that, then you should get to know Dr. Taylor Truitt. Thank you for being here today. How are you?
Thanks so much, Stephanie. I'm great.
Great. So what made you want to start the Vet Set?
It's an interesting kind of catastrophic story. I broke my leg. Wow. I was in a skiing accident, and I was living in San Francisco at the time, and all of a sudden I was reliant upon having everything delivered to my home. I had a brick and mortar traditional veterinary practice out in the Bay Area, and after realizing how many things I could have delivered to my house, I decided to think about, well, why can't I deliver veterinarians to people? So my co-founder, Dr. Eva Racki, and I, we moved across the country. We chose New York as the perfect market. And we decided to deliver top quality, award-winning veterinarians to your home, office, or hotel 7 days a week.
That is so great. And I did mention how much I love that you go to hotels because I travel with my dogs. And so we're staying in a hotel. If something happened in Manhattan, it would be great to know that you could come out and see them. So now I know that.
Yeah, it's great. Sometimes when the dogs are stressed, and people travel with their cats too.
Yeah, that is true.
Shockingly enough, there's some cats that are chill enough for that.
Yeah.
But sometimes the stress can cause them to get sick, and all of a sudden you're in a strange place. Your normal doctor isn't there, and so we can come to you and make sure they're healthy. We also have sometimes too have people who are on their way abroad and they need a health certificate, so we can go out and give them a health certificate to get them on their way.
Oh, that's great. That's really important when you're traveling overseas.
Absolutely.
So it's December. We're in those colder months, and a lot of pet parents out there want to know, how can we prepare to have our dogs out there in that cold, chilly weather? So what do you suggest?
I'm going to give you 3 points to think about.
Okay.
Okay. The first one I'm going to think about is just make sure they're warm enough. A lot of dogs that are popular in this area are shark-coated breeds, and so we want to make sure they've got protection from the elements. A sweater, parkas, make sure there's layers, because even when it gets to this bitter cold, even a little sweater might not be enough for these guys.
Oh, wow. That's good to know.
Yeah. The second, and this is something we sometimes forget forget about is paw protection. Well, as soon as it starts to snow, we're going to end up with a lot of salt on the streets, and they can end up with dry, cracked paws. The salt can be toxic to them. So when they come in from being outside, I want you to wash their paws, or even better, you can get little dog booties like these.
Yeah, those are so cute.
Yeah, they're super cute, but you need to start training your dog now to get used to them, because if you put them on the first time, I put him on my bulldog today, and he was just flipping around, not too excited about it.
Yeah.
So put them on now, start training them now, so that when you actually need them for the season, they're ready to go.
And they're not walking awkwardly. They understand that this is what we do. They might even start to get excited, just like they do with the harness and the leash.
And it's part of their gear.
Yeah, we're going out. Okay, I'll put them on.
And if they get a dry, cracked paw too, you can get different salves that are out there.
Oh, all right.
And they're little moisturizers. Make sure they're pet friendly. We can put some on our website on vetset.net, recommended ones.
Thank
But you just go and you just put on their little pods right there. The pet friendly ones are designed if they decide to lick them off, it's not going to be toxic to them.
Good point.
The little carpal pad right there on their wrist, that's another area that can get dried and cracked, so don't forget that area either.
Oh, good to know. Thank you.
And last but not least, just like us, weight management. So
the holidays and overeating.
it's the extra 10. We never want to see an extra 10 because that's like us putting on an extra 40, just to put it in perspective. But the extra weight that they can put on just because they're not exercising as much. If you're a runner, you might not be running with them every day. They're dog walkers. If the weather's kind of crummy, the dog might not want to go on those extra long walks. So just make sure that their weight is being managed, and if you need to cut back, I tell people a good way to see if your dog's weight is okay. You should be able to feel the ribs, but not see them, and they should have a nice little tucked in waist.
Got it. I think my Romeo needs to do a little cutting back this holiday season. He's the only one of my mini dog pack that has a little bit of...
a little roly-poly?
He is. I call him Solid Goat. He looks like a little goat.
So you got the love handles.
He does. A little bit more to love there.
Yeah.
But anything else you want to share with our viewers about VetSet?
The VetSet's, it's basically how I would want to have my pets treated.
Oh, I love that.
So we're treating it the way that it's the less amount of stress possible for the pets.
Yes.
Cats, it's fabulous. No cats want to leave, go in a box, and be dragged across town to the veterinarian.
I agree.
And it's just a nice service because we're able to see the pets in the home environment. They are just having a good time. Today I treated a Shih Tzu on a couch. We saw a cat on the hardwood floors just rolling around and playing. And the pets just think it's just another day in their life. And so it's less stress for the pets. And then on top of it, as an owner, you don't have to take time out of your busy schedule to have to go to the veterinarian. So we're taking all that away, and then we're merging different technologies out there to make it easy for you to access us, access information, and to make it better just so you can get the care that you want for your pets.
Thank you so much for being here with us. I feel like I learned a lot too. This is very exciting.
Thanks.
So do you want to check out Dr. Taylor Truitt? Visit thevetset.net.